All right, so pretty much no one knows what's going to happen with the Portland Trailblazers this offseason. And honestly, the Damian Lillard news is starting to get really annoying.
Leave me alone!
But here are the most realistic moves for the Blazers this offseason. At the number 4 spot, we have Draymond Green signing with the Portland Trailblazers. This is an obvious one. Draymond Green has a kind of a friendship with Dame. He's talked about how Dame is such a good player on his podcast. And Draymond Green signing with the Portland Trailblazers, that is something that may impress Damian Lillard, because Damian Lillard, he wants to be around players that can win. Draymond Green has won many championships in his career, you know what I'm saying? It just makes so much sense for this to happen. Draymond Green is known for his defense, his playmaking, and honestly, the Portland Trailblazers kind of do need a center that can do that. As Yusuf Nurkic, I don't think he's in that stage of his career anymore. He just doesn't play like how he used to before he went down with that injury. So overall, this will be a pretty good signing right here. People are saying it may be a big three, you know, with Dame, Draymond Green, and Jeremy Grant. Now, I'm not a big fan of that. Like, that doesn't move me at all in the Western Conference and everything. But, you know, they do have Scoot, who's coming into the NBA as one of the best prospects in a while. So I do see that team going to the playoffs. But to the NBA Finals, I think they would have to do something more. And at the number 3 spot, we have the Blazers trading Scoot to the Pelicans for Zion. Now, at this time of this recording, we're getting reports that the Pelicans don't even want to move Zion. And some of the other reports that we were getting that Zion maybe, you know, getting traded to the Blazers weren't necessarily true, but things can still change. This is the beginning of the offseason. We've seen crazier things happen. We've seen many different situations where a player at first does not even axe out. You don't hear any news. Later on in the offseason, when things start going, they axe out and boom, a trade can happen. And ultimately, this is actually a trade that actually might happen because, like we've seen, Dame has said he wants to be around winners. I think Zion Williamson in his career definitely would bring winning to the Portland Trailblazers, and still as a young player, he averaged 27 points per game. The man is actually good at the game of basketball. Now he has his off-court drama and everything, but ultimately, like, Zion Williamson for Scoot Henderson, I think the Portland Trailblazers would be getting better off of that trade overall. And that Dame and Zion duo, I can already see it. The lobs, the everything. That would be insane. I honestly don't know where Zion is in his stage of his career in terms of athleticism, because we just haven't seen him play. So I don't know where the Portland Trailblazers even stand on that. But if Zion is healthy, and for some reason the Portland Trailblazers know that, they should make that deal. And at the number 3 spot, we have the Blazers going into rebuild mode and trading Damian Lillard. This might just be maybe the most unlikely, but it is still very realistic, as Damian Lillard has been saying that he wants the Blazers to win, and if that doesn't happen, he might just leave. And a potential 3-team trade that I've been cooking up, I literally cooked this up on the NBA trade machine. A potential 3-team trade would send James Harden to the Los Angeles Lakers, Damian Lillard to the Philadelphia 76ers, and Tobias Harris to the Blazers. Now, since the Blazers are going into rebuild mode, they would want young players. And here is what I cooked up. So the Philadelphia 76ers will be getting Damian Lillard and Cam Reddish. The Los Angeles Lakers will be getting James Harden, Furkan Korkmaz. And for the Blazers, of course, they'll be getting Tobias Harris, who will be a veteran for that Blazers team. Jared Vanderbilt, who showed his defense last year with the Los Angeles Lakers to be very well and would right away help that Blazers team. Jaden Springer, who behind the scenes on the G League, one of the best G League players in a while. Very good young talent. D'Angelo Russell, young talent who his shot making is kind of weird, but at the same time, with the potential of D'Angelo Russell heading to the Blazers, I think the Blazers would definitely accept a trade like that and potentially use it as trade assets in the future. And at the number 1 spot, I don't think this is going to happen. I really just don't think this is going to happen, because if this does happen, what are the Blazers even doing? It's just dumb. But sign Jeremy Grant back and decide to run it back with Scoot Henderson. So Jeremy Grant, Scoot Henderson, Dame, that is not a winning team. So this actually might be the most unrealistic thing to happen, because Dame leaving, I don't even think that's unrealistic at this point. Even based on all the different reports from Chris B. Haynes saying that Dame wants to stay with the team, I think them just signing Jeremy Grant back and not making any moves is probably the most unrealistic thing. And like I said, if this does end up happening, the Portland Trailblazers are trash. I'm not gonna lie to you, the Portland Trailblazers are in a very bad position because the Western Conference is looking very, very well, with the Suns having KD, Beal, and Booker, and for them to just sign Jeremy Grant back and just not to make any moves. With that team, they're not going anywhere in the Western Conference, and that would basically mean that Dame just wants to be on a rebuilding team, because if you look at the Blazers lineup right now, they have so much young players on that team, and it's kind of questionable because they have Simons, Scoot Henderson, Sharp, all guards. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it just seems like the Blazers are going to make a trade. I don't know what it is. It might be a big major 3-team trade to send Simon somewhere, or like the 3-team trade with the Los Angeles Lakers and Philadelphia 76ers. But something is definitely going to be happening. I can 100% guarantee you that. You can come back to this video when a trade happens. Blazers are going to make a trade or a signing. It's just gonna happen. Blazers and Dame Lillard actually did a meeting recently. I think that was yesterday, and Dame Lillard and the Blazers agreed that they want to win. So it's going to happen. And with that being said, I think that's, you know what I'm saying, I think that's gonna wrap up things with this video. Give me your comments down below. What do you think is ultimately gonna happen with the Portland Trailblazers? But with that being said, it's your boy Josh 3 Arch, and I'm out.